My mom said, let's take a break this Christmas, without kids. I understood, until I saw photos of their house full of people, including my sister's new boyfriend and his nephews. I just took a photo of the $12,300 CR and sent it to my dad with a note. I don't think you need it anymore. 40 minutes later, my dad knocked on my door with, it's Christmas morning. I'm sitting at the kitchen table with my kids, trying my best to look like I'm enjoying decorating gingerbread cookies. Max, my 6-year-old, is diligently pressing M&Ms into the dough, while Liza, at 8, has created a sort of cookie Frankenstein, with mismatched colors and lopsided frosting. It's supposed to be festive, but the whole thing feels hollow. I had been planning this holiday for months. A perfect Christmas with my kids, filled with warmth and traditions. A few weeks earlier, I had spent every free minute at work saving up for a big gift. My parents had been struggling with their car, so I decided to surprise them with a used one. Something reliable, nothing flashy. I thought it would bridge the growing distance between us, fix things, bring us back together. I couldn't remember the last time we'd spent real time together, or when my parents had just been there, you know? They'd been so busy with their own lives, leaving me to juggle everything with my own family. Still, I was hopeful. Christmas seemed like the perfect time to change things. My phone buzzes on the kitchen counter. I glance at the screen, and there's a message from my mom. We're hosting a Christmas gathering this year, but we thought you might need a break. It's probably best if you don't come this time. The words hit me like a brick. A break? They didn't want me there? I look at Max, who's pouring too much sprinkles onto his cookie, and then at Liza, who's busy debating with herself whether the frosting on her cookie is too much. It's like the world around me is moving at a different pace. Everyone's happy, the house is warm, and I'm stuck, trying to keep my emotions in check. I'm supposed to be putting on a smile, like everything's normal, but it's hard. I text back, understood, I'll make sure the kids and I enjoy our holiday. I don't want to start anything. Not today. Not in front of the kids. We finish decorating the cookies, and I start making breakfast, trying to keep my mind on the task. But I can't stop thinking about the car. The one I saved up for, the one I thought would fix things, the one I was about to surprise them with. Later that day, after the kids and I have settled into our little Christmas routine, I'm sitting in the living room, watching them open their gifts, trying to ignore the ache in my chest. The house is filled with wrapping paper and laughter, and yet, all I can hear is my mom's words, ringing in my ears. Finally, around noon, my phone buzzes again. It's a picture from my dad. I stare at the screen, my stomach sinking when I realize what I'm seeing. It's a photo of him, my mom, and a few strangers, friends, maybe. They're gathered in their living room, enjoying a Christmas feast, glasses raised. And right at the bottom of the picture is a subtle caption, a new chapter begins. My throat tightens. I stare at the image for a long time, not sure what to do next. A few minutes pass, and I feel my hands start to shake. I take a deep breath and type, I don't think you need the car anymore. The phone feels heavy in my hand as I press send. I'm not sure if it's the right thing to do, but I know I can't keep pretending anymore. The pain of being ignored, left out, dismissed, it all bubbles to the surface. For years, I've tried to show them I'm here, that I matter, but maybe I never really did. I hit the send button and place the phone face down on the table. Max and Liza are sitting beside me, their faces lit up with excitement from their new toys, and I force a smile. But the weight of what's happening, of the betrayal, sits on my shoulders like a dark cloud. In that moment, I realize I'm not just fighting for their attention anymore. I'm fighting for my own sense of peace, my own space, where I don't have to keep looking for approval from people who never gave it in the first place. But for now, I'm here with my kids, and maybe that's all I really need. The house feels different now. It's quieter, emptier, as if the weight of the morning's events has settled into the walls. I try to ignore the discomfort in my chest as Max and Liza play with their new toys, oblivious to the turmoil that's been bubbling inside me all day. A few hours pass before the doorbell rings. It's around 4 p.m., and the sky outside is already darkening with the early winter night. I can't say I'm surprised when I open the door and find my dad standing there, his hands stuffed in the pockets of his coat, his face unreadable. Behind him is Sean, my sister's new boyfriend, who has always had this smug, self-important look on his face that I just can't stand. My stomach tightens. Hey, my dad says, his voice neutral. We need to talk. I step back, letting them in, but I don't say anything. I don't want to hear this, whatever it is. I'm not in the mood for a lecture or a guilt trip. Not today. Sean steps into the living room, looking around as if inspecting my house. I can feel the way he sizes me up, like he's somehow above me. I hate it. It's like he thinks he belongs here, that he knows my family better than I do. It makes my skin crawl. You know, you really should have just given it to us, Sean says, as if we're discussing the car like it's some trivial matter. His words don't come from a place of concern. It's more like entitlement. You know, Katie and I could have really used that car. It's not like you need it. You've got the kids to take care of, and that Civic of yours is fine. But we could have used it. I try to keep my voice steady, but anger starts to claw at me. I don't owe you anything, Sean. I snap. Not the car, not anything. I'm done with all of you. My dad's expression hardens, his face reddening as he steps closer. It's not just about the car. We're talking about family here, son. I know you're upset, but you can't just cut us off like that. He gestures towards Sean, who's standing a few feet away, awkwardly shifting his weight from one foot to the other. Sean's right. Katie and we could have really used that car. And you're making things difficult. You're being unreasonable. I shake my head, biting back the words that want to pour out. I don't think you understand. I say quietly, my voice barely above a whisper. I'm not doing this for you anymore. I'm not jumping through hoops just to be treated like I don't matter. My dad scoffs. You're overreacting, okay? We've all had our issues, but this is ridiculous. Don't be dramatic. The car was it was a gesture. You should have just done the right thing. Don't make it worse than it is. I feel something snap inside me, a surge of frustration and hurt so sharp it almost knocks the air out of me. You don't get it, I say, staring at the floor. I've been trying for years to get you to see me, to hear me, to be family, but you've never cared. You never even tried. You've just used me, used my money, my time, my resources, and you never gave a damn about me. My dad's face softens for a split second, like he's trying to say something, but the words don't come. Instead, he just stands there, rubbing the back of his neck awkwardly. I don't give him the chance to respond. I turn and look directly at Sean. And you come into my house and act like you have any say in how things go. You think I owe you something? You think you have any right to take from me? I take a step toward him, my chest tightening with each word. Well, let me make it clear. You don't. None of you do. Sean opens his mouth to say something. Maybe a retort, maybe some feeble excuse, but I don't let him. Get out, I say, my voice low but firm. Both of you, just go. There's a beat of stunned silence, and I see the hurt in my dad's eyes, but I'm too far gone now. He's made it clear where his loyalties lie, and it's not with me. Sean shifts awkwardly, and for the briefest moment, I almost feel sorry for him. But the moment passes as quickly as it came. I don't wait for them to leave. I turn my back to them, walking away, my footsteps heavy on the floor. I hear the door shut behind me, the sound of the world closing in on itself, and then it's quiet. Too quiet. Max and Liza are still in the living room, playing with their new toys, blissfully unaware of the storm that just passed through. And for a moment, as I stand there, I wonder if they'll ever know the truth about the years of silence and rejection, the years of giving and giving, only to be left with nothing in return. But it doesn't matter, does it? They're my kids. They're the only ones who matter now. A few days have passed since I sent that message to my father. The days are quiet, too quiet. It feels like I've finally cut off the last tether that was holding me to a family I never quite belonged to. The weight in my chest has lessened, but it's replaced by something else, a sense of finality. There's no going back from this. I'm done. Max and Liza are adjusting to the new normal. They don't ask questions about their grandparents. I don't bring them up. It's easier this way. The holidays have passed, and though I've done my best to create a festive environment for them, I can't shake the ache of everything that's been left unsaid. I'm sitting in my living room on a Saturday afternoon, the house still littered with Christmas decorations I haven't bothered to put away yet, when my phone buzzes. It's a text from my father. Call me. We need to talk. I sigh, setting my phone down. I don't need to talk to him. There's nothing left to say. And yet, curiosity claws at me. I'm angry, frustrated, but part of me wonders what kind of excuse he's going to make this time. I pick up the phone and dial his number. Hey, he says when he picks up, his voice sounding oddly strained. I need to talk to you about the car. I feel my jaw clench, but I keep my voice steady. What about it? I don't know what happened, son, he begins. But I need to tell you that Katie and Sean took it. They said they needed it more. I lean back in my chair, swallowing hard. What do you mean, took it? You're telling me they just took the car? Yeah, he admits, his tone tight, like he knows he's on thin ice. I didn't really stop them. I didn't know what to say. You weren't going to use it anymore, right? And they were in a bad spot. Dad? I say, my voice a little louder than I intend. You knew I bought that car for you, not for them. I know, but no, you don't get to pull this crap anymore. I cut him off. You didn't have the right to give away something that I worked my ass off for. It wasn't just a car. It was the one thing I thought would actually make a difference for us. There's silence on the other end. I can practically hear him shifting uncomfortably. And then, just as I'm about to hang up, he says something that I don't quite expect. Son, I think you need to let go of this anger. It's not healthy. I scoff. Anger? You think I'm angry? You've got a lot of nerve. Look, I know it's been hard for you. I really do. But we're family, and family doesn't let small things like this break us apart. Small things? I can't even breathe as my thoughts race. It's not a small thing, Dad. You don't get it. You never have. I hang up. The words echo in my head, but there's nothing left to say. I'm done. But as I place my phone down on the counter, something in my gut twists. I have this sinking feeling, this instinct that tells me this isn't over, that my defiance is going to cost me. I don't know how long I sit there, staring blankly at the walls. Time moves slowly, the room feeling colder than it should. I try to distract myself by focusing on the kids, helping Max set up his new toy and laughing at his excitement. But my mind keeps drifting back to the conversation. The betrayal. The way they've all used me for years and somehow convinced me that this was normal. As night falls, I step outside to get some fresh air. My mind is a mess, swirling with thoughts of my father's casual dismissal of everything I've done for him. And then, as I walk toward the driveway to grab the garbage bins, I see it. The car, the one I bought for them. Both rear tires are slashed. Deep cuts. The metal is punctured and bent. The tires completely useless. My breath catches in my throat as I take in the sight. The anger that had been simmering beneath the surface suddenly boils over. I feel my chest tighten, my hands ball into fists. There's no denying it now. This was retaliation. A punishment for my refusal to give them what they wanted. I stand there for a moment, staring at the damage, feeling a rush of emotions that I can't sort through fast enough. Pain, rage, and then this strange sense of clarity. I'm not surprised, but I'm also not going to let them have the satisfaction of watching me crumble. I pull out my phone and snap a photo of the tires, my fingers shaking slightly as I do. I stare at the screen for a few moments. Then, with a deep breath, I send the photo to my dad, along with a simple message. This is what happens when you refuse to stand up for me. I don't wait for a reply. There's nothing else to say. I turn back toward the house, my footsteps slow but steady. I know that whatever comes next, whatever punishment or silence they throw at me, I'm not going to back down. Not anymore. I don't call the police. I don't make a big scene. I don't get my hands dirty by involving anyone else in my fight. I just go inside, fix a drink, and sit down at the kitchen table. I'm done pretending. I'm done fighting for people who never saw me in the first place. The next few days feel like they stretch on forever. My phone sits on the counter, buzzing at intervals, each notification reminding me of the fallout from the text I sent my father. Each message, each missed call, each voicemail from my mother, all of it feels like a distant echo. I don't respond. I can't bring myself to. There's nothing left to say. Max and Liza are too young to understand the tension in the air, too young to pick up on the heaviness that's settled over the house. They go on with their lives, playing, laughing, their innocence a sharp contrast to the emotional weight I'm carrying. But every time they ask about their grandparents, I feel a pang. I want to tell them the truth, that I'm angry, that I've been ignored and used. But I don't. I just smile and change the subject, watching as their faces light up when I talk about something else. It's Thursday when my mother calls again. The call goes straight to voicemail. She's been relentless these past few days, trying to make contact, trying to fix whatever she thinks is broken between us. But there's nothing to fix, is there? I haven't needed their approval for years. Not like this. I don't need to prove anything anymore. But then, as the evening rolls in, my dad knocks on the door. I don't answer immediately. I'm not sure what to say, what to do. Part of me wants to ignore him completely. But the other part, the part that still wants to believe we can have some semblance of a relationship, knows that I can't keep running from them. I finally walk to the door and open it. There he stands, hands stuffed in his coat pockets, looking tired and small. His face is harder than it's ever been, and I can't read him. Not anymore. We're strangers now, aren't we? Hey, son, he says, his voice tentative, like he's unsure how to approach me. I don't say anything. I just stand there, waiting for him to speak, to say something. Anything that could undo the weight of everything that's happened. He shifts his weight uncomfortably. I know things haven't been easy, but I don't understand why you've gone this far. Why you're shutting us out like this. I exhale slowly, rubbing the back of my neck. I'm not shutting you out, Dad, I say quietly. I'm just done being the only one who's trying. What do you mean? He asks, brow furrowed. We've always been a family. We've had our differences, but that's normal. Family doesn't just disappear because of a few mistakes. I feel a bitter laugh bubble up inside me, but I keep it in check. It's not a few mistakes, Dad. It's years of me carrying the weight for this family. Years of me being the one to pick up the slack, to fix everything when it falls apart. You don't get to act like this is just about a car or a few bad choices. This is about years of silence. Years of being treated like I'm nothing more than a resource, a backup plan. And I've had enough. His face falls, but I can see the hurt, the confusion in his eyes. Son, I don't know what to say. I never meant to hurt you. I didn't know you felt this way. I shake my head, the hurt rising to the surface. You didn't need to know. You just needed to listen. He steps forward, but not too close, like he's giving me space. I don't want to lose you. I don't know what to do to fix this. My jaw tightens. It's not your job to fix me, Dad. I'm not broken. I take a deep breath, and I'm not asking for your approval anymore. I'm not asking for you to pretend that everything is fine, that I'm just the screw-up in the family. I'm done trying to make you see me, because you never will. He stares at me for a moment, his face unreadable, and then, without a word, he turns and walks away. I watch him go, the distance between us growing with every step. The door closes softly behind him, and I feel a strange weight lift off my chest. It's not relief, not yet, but there's a quiet finality to it. I don't need their approval. I don't need their approval to know that I'm enough. I sink into the couch, my mind racing. I don't feel free, but I know I will eventually. There's still a part of me that aches for what could have been, for the family I wanted. But maybe that's not my family anymore. Maybe that version of them was never meant for me. Max and Liza come running into the room, their laughter a welcome distraction. I smile, genuinely this time, and pull them into my arms. Are we going to see Grandpa and Grandma soon? Max asks, eyes wide with curiosity. I hesitate, my mind briefly flicking to the empty space between us, the unspoken truth. But I just shake my head and smile, keeping it light for them. No, buddy, I say softly. Not for now, but you and me, we're good. We've got everything we need right here. They nod, satisfied with my answer, and we sit together, surrounded by their toys, their laughter filling the space between us. And for the first time in days, I don't feel so alone. A few days have passed since my father came by, and the silence between us lingers. The tension has hung in the air like a storm waiting to break, and I'm starting to feel the weight of it pressing down on me. I've tried to focus on my life, on my kids, but the absence of any real family connection still gnaws at me. It's just after dinner when my phone rings again. I glance at the screen. Dad, I know I shouldn't pick up. I've made it clear that I'm done trying to please them, done being the one who fixes everything. But there's a part of me that wonders if maybe this is the last time. Maybe this is when he finally gets it. Maybe this is where everything changes. I take a deep breath and swipe to answer. Hello. My voice is steady, controlled. I don't want to give him the satisfaction of knowing how much this still hurts. Son, it's me, my father says, his voice a little strained. I need your help. I lean back against the counter, my stomach turning. Help with what? There's been an accident. My car. It's totaled, he says, his words coming out in a rush, like he's afraid I'll hang up if he doesn't explain fast enough. I don't have insurance anymore, and I don't know who else to turn to. I need the car, son. Can you help me out? Just this once. I don't respond right away. I feel a cold knot form in my chest as his words settle in. I can't quite process what I'm hearing. After everything, after the way he and my mother treated me, after everything I've done for them, he thinks I'm just going to swoop in and fix this? He thinks I'll be his safety net again, like I always have been? I'm seething, but I take a deep breath and force myself to stay calm. You want me to help you after everything? After you took the car I bought for you and gave it to Sean? After everything that happened at Christmas? You think I'm just going to give you another car? There's a long pause on the other end. I can hear him breathing heavily, the sound crackling in the silence. Son, please, he says quietly, a desperation creeping into his voice. I know I messed up. I'm sorry, but I don't know what else to do. You're the only one who can help. Please. The words hit me like a punch to the gut, and for a brief moment, I almost cave. I almost give in, almost let the old habits take over, almost convince myself that I should just help him. But then I think about everything. All the years of being used, of being told I wasn't good enough, of being the one who had to pick up the pieces when no one else cared. And I remember the moment when I decided I was done. The moment when I realized that no matter how much I gave, no matter how much I sacrificed, I would always be treated like a second-class citizen in my own family. I'm done with that. No, Dad, I say firmly, the words cutting through the air like a blade. I'm not helping you. Not anymore. You and Mom, you both made it clear that I'm not part of this family. You made it clear that I don't matter. So why should I keep doing this? Why should I keep playing the part of the dutiful son when all you ever did was take? There's a long silence, and for a moment, I think he's going to hang up. But then he speaks, his voice barely above a whisper. Are you sure? This could be the last time. I'm sure, I reply. This is the last time. You've had your chances, but I'm done. I'm not your backup anymore. I'm not your ATM. I'm not your fixer. I'm done pretending everything is fine. I hang up before he can say anything else. For a few moments, I just stand there, phone still in my hand, staring at the wall. My heart is racing. My thoughts a tangled mess. Part of me wants to go back, to give him what he asked for, to make the pain go away, to go back to the way things used to be. But I know I can't. Not anymore. I walk to the living room where Max and Liza are watching cartoons, completely oblivious to the storm that's just passed through my life. I sit down beside them and pull them into my arms, taking a deep breath. Dad, is everything okay? Max asks, looking up at me with wide eyes. I smile at him, forcing my voice to sound light. Yeah, buddy, everything's fine. We're good. We're always going to be good, okay? Liza nods, curling into my side, and for a moment, I let myself believe it. We are good. I may have lost my family, but I haven't lost my kids, and that's all that really matters. It's been a week since I cut ties with my father. The silence that followed has been strange. My phone sits on the counter, practically untouched. No calls, no text, not even the usual guilt-laden voicemails from my mother. Part of me expected an onslaught, the kind of emotional manipulation they're so good at. But instead, there's nothing, not a word. The house is quieter now. The absence of their voices, the absence of their demands, leaves a strange peace in its wake. It's not the relief I thought it would be, though. Instead, there's this nagging sense of emptiness. Have I made the right choice? Will I regret this later? But then I remind myself, I've been carrying this weight for years. I've been pretending for far too long that they actually cared about me. I'm done. And yet, doubt lingers. A few days after I last spoke to my father, I get a text from Katie, my sister. The message is short and to the point. You've really messed things up. Mom and Dad are devastated. Sean, and I think you owe them an apology. I read the message twice, my stomach tightening as I feel the familiar anger and frustration welling up. Apologize? I scoff aloud, shaking my head. I can feel my blood pressure rising, but I know I can't let her get to me. Not anymore. I type a response, my fingers shaking with a mix of hurt and fury. What they did wasn't just a mistake, Katie. I've been carrying the weight of this family for years, and all they've ever done is take. I owe them nothing. Before I hit send, my phone rings. It's my mother. I sigh, staring at the screen for a moment, wondering whether I should answer. Maybe it's time to put an end to this once and for all, to cut the last thread that ties me to them. I swipe to answer. Ethan, she says, her voice soft but strained. We need to talk. I don't speak immediately. I take a deep breath, trying to steady myself. I want to be calm, to be firm, but not lose control. What's there to talk about, Mom? I ask, trying to keep the edge out of my voice. You made it clear what you think of me. You think I'm a fool for helping, for caring, for trying to keep this family together. That's not fair, she says quickly. You know we never meant to hurt you. It's just, we're family, Ethan. We don't turn our backs on family. I close my eyes, letting her words wash over me. It's the same line they've always used. The same manipulative, guilt-laden phrase that's been repeated at every holiday, every family gathering. Family helps family. But now I see it for what it really is, a demand, a burden, a way to make me feel like I'm the one who's failing. I've spent my whole life trying to make things work with you, Mom. But you've never once seen me. Not for who I am, not for what I've done. All you've ever seen is what I can give you. I pause, feeling the weight of my words sink in. You never asked me how I felt. You never cared about what I needed. You just took, and took, and took. I can hear her breathing on the other end of the line, like she's struggling to come up with a response. I didn't realize it was that bad, she finally admits, her voice breaking. I'm sorry, Ethan. I thought I was doing what was best, for everyone. I want to tell her how wrong she is. I want to scream at her for everything I've had to endure, for the years of emotional neglect and manipulation. But instead, I feel the anger in me start to drain, replaced by an uncomfortable emptiness. Part of me wants to forgive her, wants to fix this, but I know I can't go back to that. Not anymore. Mom, I'm done. I'm done trying to make you see me. I'm done pretending like everything's fine when it's not. I've given enough, and you've never appreciated it. Not once. The silence on the other end is deafening. Ethan, please, she pleads. This can't be the end. You're my son. I'm your mother. I love you. I swallow hard, fighting the lump in my throat. Love isn't enough, Mom. Not when you treat me like I don't matter. Not when you never listen, never understand. I can't keep doing this. I need to take care of myself now. I hang up before she can respond. For a few moments, I stand there, phone still pressed to my ear, listening to the silence. It's done. I'm done. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know if I'll ever see my family again. But in this moment, for the first time in a long time, I feel a strange sense of freedom. It's like the chains I've been carrying for so many years are finally gone. A knock at the door pulls me from my thoughts. I walk over slowly, already knowing who it is. It's Katie. She's standing there, arms crossed, eyes narrowed, her expression one of pure frustration. What's wrong with you? She demands as soon as I open the door. You've really screwed this up. You've pushed everyone away, and for what? Your stupid pride? I stare at her for a long moment, my heart still pounding from the conversation with Mom. I don't have the energy to argue with her anymore. I don't owe her an explanation. I don't owe any of them anything anymore. You don't get it, Katie. I say calmly, my voice almost a whisper. You never have, but I'm not going to fix this for you. I'm not going to fix it for anyone. I'm done. Her eyes widen, disbelief spreading across her face. She opens her mouth to say something, but I don't let her. Goodbye, Katie, I say, stepping back and closing the door before she can get another word in. I stand there for a long time, leaning against the door, feeling the weight of everything, the finality of it all. I'm not just cutting ties with them. I'm reclaiming my life. I'm letting go of the years of guilt, of anger, of trying to make them see me. And for the first time in my life, I don't feel like I'm carrying the world on my shoulders. For the first time, I feel free. The silence that follows is different this time. It's not the tension-filled quiet that I'd become so accustomed to when I was trying to navigate family gatherings, each unspoken expectation hanging in the air like a weight. No, this silence feels like a breath I've been holding for years finally being let go. It's light, almost peaceful, in a way that I never thought was possible. Max and Liza are still too young to fully grasp what's happened, but they sense the change. The absence of arguments, the lack of tension. It's like the air has cleared. We spend our days together, and I'm present in a way I haven't been in years. I'm no longer distracted by the constant pull of family obligations. I'm just their dad, the one who makes them laugh, who listens to their stories, who tucks them in at night without any distractions. I wake up earlier now, not to fix things or take care of everyone else's problems, but to start my day with peace. There's no frantic rush to please people who don't care about me. It's just me, the kids, and the calm that's become a part of my life. A few weeks later, I decide we need a fresh start, something to symbolize the new chapter I'm trying to create. I want to show Max and Liza that there's more to life than family drama, more to life than the mess I used to be caught up in. And I think a change of scenery is just what we need. Pack your bags, kids, I say one Saturday morning, throwing open the living room door with a grin. We're going on an adventure. Their faces light up instantly, and I can't help but laugh at their excitement. Where are we going, Dad? Max asks, bouncing in place. I ruffle his hair. Clearwater Beach, guys. We're going to spend the weekend at the beach. It's a spontaneous decision, but it feels right. I want to take them to a place where the sun is warm, the air's salty, and the only thing we need to focus on is having fun. No calls, no texts, no unresolved family issues. Just us. The drive is long, but it's filled with music, laughter, and the endless chatter of my kids. I think about how much I've missed moments like these. Moments where I'm not weighed down by guilt or resentment, where I'm fully present in the joy of their company. By the time we pull into the parking lot of our beachfront hotel, I feel lighter. It's a strange sensation, this feeling of freedom. I didn't realize how much I had been carrying until now, and I'm finally starting to let it go. We spend the entire weekend exploring the beach, building sandcastles, chasing waves, and eating ice cream until it melts all over our hands. Max and Liza run in and out of the surf, their laughter ringing through the air, and I can't help but feel this overwhelming sense of gratitude. For the first time in a long time, I'm not thinking about what's missing in my life. I'm just here, with them, and that's enough. On Sunday afternoon, we sit on the sand, watching the sun dip below the horizon. The sky is painted in shades of orange and pink, and the sound of the waves crashing against the shore is like a lullaby. It's perfect. Max leans against me, tired but content. This is the best trip ever, Dad. I smile, looking down at him. I'm glad you think so, buddy. Liza is already asleep on the beach towel, her little body curled up in the warm sand. I take a deep breath, letting the cool evening breeze wash over me. I think about the life I'm building for us, the peace I'm creating for them, and for myself. I've spent so much of my life trying to make my family see me, trying to prove that I'm worth something. But I realize now that it's not about their approval. It never was. I've got everything I need right here, with Max and Liza. They're my family now, and that's all that matters. The next day, we head home, and I feel a sense of peace that I haven't felt in years. I'm not looking for validation anymore. I'm not chasing anyone's approval. I'm living my life, and that's enough. I'm enough. Back home, I sell the Civic. I pay off some lingering debts, and for the first time in a long time, I feel the weight of financial freedom. It's not just about the money. It's about control, taking control of my life, my future, and my happiness. I don't need to rely on anyone else. I can stand on my own. Later that night, after the kids have gone to bed, I sit in the living room, sipping a glass of wine and reflecting on everything that's changed. The decisions I've made, the people I've let go of, the future I'm building. I look around the room, and for the first time, I feel like I belong here. I'm not fighting for a place at the table anymore. I've created my own. It's been a few months since the trip to Clearwater Beach. Life has settled into a rhythm now. Max and Liza are growing, their laughter filling the house more than ever. They're still too young to fully understand the changes in our family, but I can tell they're happier. I'm happier. I've stopped chasing after approval, stopped trying to fill a void that was never meant to be filled. It's just us now, and I've come to realize that's all I really need. But then one afternoon, while I'm working from home, I get a text from my mom. The message is brief, almost matter of fact. I have something for you. It's important. Please come by. I feel the familiar knot form in my stomach, but this time, it's different. I'm not angry. I'm not hurt. I'm just indifferent. I'm done playing their games. Still, a part of me wonders if this is the moment where they finally admit their mistakes, where they finally understand how much they've lost. I take a deep breath and decide to go. There's no sense in avoiding it forever. I've moved on, but there's a lingering curiosity about what they want now. When I arrive at their house, it's quiet. Too quiet. I knock on the door, and after a long pause, my mom opens it. She doesn't greet me with her usual warmth, doesn't pull me in for a hug like she used to. There's a formality to her movements, as if she's unsure of what to say. "Come in," she says, stepping aside. I follow her inside, my heart pounding in my chest for reasons I can't fully understand. I expect an apology, but I'm not sure what kind of apology it will be. I'm not sure what kind of reconciliation they think we're going to have. We sit in the living room, the same room where I used to sit and pretend everything was okay. The same room where I would smile through the guilt and the resentment, telling myself that family was supposed to be like this. But not anymore. Not now. Mom sits down across from me, her hands folded neatly in her lap. She doesn't say anything for a long moment. It's like she's waiting for me to speak first. Finally, I break the silence. "What is it, Mom?" My voice is calm, but there's an edge to it. I'm not sure what to expect, but I'm not here to be manipulated anymore. She exhales, her face tightening. I wrote you a letter," she says softly, pulling a folded piece of paper from the coffee table. "I know I can't undo what's been done. I know I can't take back the way we treated you. But I want you to know I'm sorry. I never meant for you to feel this way. I never meant to hurt you." I stare at the letter, my chest tight. It's not the apology I imagined, not the words I thought I would hear. It's brief, simple, but there's something in her tone that makes it feel real, like she's finally coming to terms with the truth. She hands me the letter, and I take it, unfolding it slowly. The words are simple, almost too simple, but the honesty in them strikes me. "Ethan, I know I've failed you as a mother. I've never seen you the way I should have, and I'm sorry for the pain I caused. You were always trying to be enough for me, but I was blind to it. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I don't expect you to take me back into your life, but I wanted you to know how sorry I am for treating you like you didn't matter. I love you." The last words are the hardest. I blink, trying to swallow the lump in my throat. It's not a grand gesture. It's not the closure I thought I wanted, but it's something. I fold the letter and set it on the table between us. I look up at my mom, unsure of what to say. Part of me wants to tell her that it's too late, that this apology doesn't change anything. But another part of me, the part that still wants to believe in family, wants to hold on to the possibility that maybe, just maybe, we can heal from this. But then I remember, I've already healed. Without them. I appreciate the letter, Mom. I say, my voice steady, though my hands are shaking slightly. But I've already moved on. I'm not angry anymore. I can't keep going back to a place that never saw me. I'm not who you want me to be, and that's okay. I've made peace with it. She nods slowly, her eyes glossy. I understand, she says quietly. I really do. And I don't expect you to come back. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I hope you can find happiness, Ethan. I really do. I stand up, taking a deep breath. I found it, Mom. I found my peace. And I'm okay now. She stands as well, her face crumpling. And for a brief moment, I almost feel sorry for her. She's not the person I wanted her to be. She's not the mother I thought I needed. But she's still my mother. And there's a part of me that will always feel that connection. Goodbye, Mom. I say softly. She doesn't try to stop me. She just nods, tears welling in her eyes. I walk out the door, leaving the house and my past behind me.